I've pushed the buttons.
We're in!
Whew.
We're in, we're live.
All right. Nothing's on fire yet.
It's a miracle.
Yet.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
know, right?
Hello, everybody.
Whew. Welcome to Altars and Adventures, everybody. My name is Tara Z, and we got lovely people here, and we're about to roll some dice and cause some havoc. How are we doing? How are we? Yeah, blah, 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 blah. Good. I am caffeinated. Hi.
Woo!
Hello, hello. How's everybody?
Hi, everyone! How's the audio this time? Just checking
I
in.
hope it's better. I hope it's better.
I
Should
hope
be
so,
better.
too.
Mhm.
So, fingers crossed. I think
I
we
mean,
try
it
to make
sounds
some
good on my
improvements
end.
with the audio. Enjoy the classy elevator music on this side.
Fuck yeah.
So to summarize for our viewers, this is starting off some D&D shenaniganry on our streaming platforms. We're actually streaming on 2 different platforms. Right now we're streaming on Twitch and on Kick. So to give some housekeeping disclaimers, if you don't mind seeing fourth wall shenaniganry on this side of things, then please feel free to stick around. Make yourself comfy. Have a nice cocoa. If you are not into that vibe and you want to see more from the player's perspective, might I recommend heading over to Luna's channel.
Hello.
Luna, would you like to give that information?
Oh.
I'm gonna be honest, my brain is having the rot segment.
Over on Miss May Luna, over on Kick.
Thank you.
Capital-
Miss May Luna.
Capital M's.
Boop.
And again, vice versa, if you want to see a peek behind the screen, there is a button actually down below in my About section that goes straight to the Altar's Den. For ease and convenience.
Besides that, the other thing we will clarify is that this is our prologue. If you were here last week, first off, thank you for that. That's amazing. We're going to talk a little bit about that to begin the session, and a way for you to maybe catch up during the intermission. But we are starting the prologue. This is kind of us getting our getting things kick-started for a full campaign, and giving everybody a chance to kind of get comfortable with their characters to know each other's characters. You all get to know characters. The sun kiss is kicking in. Anyway, for the sake of things, to get things started though, why don't we go down the line and do introductions of characters? And for funsies, because I'm feeling RNGesus at the moment. 1, 2. I think I remember Shinara possibly saying that they were going to be getting foods. I'm going to move one more down. MJ, would you like to go first?
Sure. Hi, I'm MJ. I will be reprising my role as a shifter fighter by the name of Kilara. Down at the bottom of the screen, you can see there's a character with a big, fluffy, like hyena pelt on them. That is my character. I am armed with a various number of weapons. My signature weapon is a boomerang. I'm definitely a rascally, chaotic, feisty character. They use they-them pronouns, as do I. And yeah, they're a lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to this session.
And I'll just go down the line. Bear, aka Silas.
Hello, I am Bear. I'll be playing Silas, who is a detective warlock. He is a goofy guy, and for my shameless plug, I will be eventually starting up some fun stuff later down the line. I got nothing yet, but we'll get there.
And we'll talk more about the Given the Love to all of us at the end as well. So don't worry, we'll get you your time. Next, Luna.
Hello!
AKA Belza.
Hey! I am playing Belza. She is a about 6 foot tall tiefling, blue skinned tiefling. Mostly her aesthetic is spikes and leather. The middle of her chest is pretty exposed. Shorts, fishnet stockings, big chonky, big old boots, arms coverings, and that's about it. She carries a chain around her waist with a hook and a big fucking anchor as her maul.
And last but not least, if they're back, Shinor, Chris,
Yep.
aka
Hi-yo.
Key. Hi-yo.
Yes. My character is the obviously looking manic, somewhat looking one. And she is technically a pixie, but she's currently disguised as a 5'5" tall elven woman. Pink eyes, auburn hair. The outfit's very, like, fall aesthetic colored and very much goth.
Sounds good. And last but not least, to give reminder information, my name is Terrace Z. You can call me Z or Terrace. Either floats my boat. Pronouns she, they, and I will be the Dungeon Master, aka the one that has to manage the said crazies. With that though, I also prepped one other thing just now because I had a fun thought. When we last left off during session 0.5, this motley crew was like, we need work. So they went to the town of Phandalin to help deal with some issues with gangs and brutality. It went very well. It included, but was not limited to, lots of decapitation, someone's hand getting blasted off, and death. Lots of death. In the end, most people were recovered, except for one person, a bard, that they ended up having to go after, which led to a carnival that had other crazy shit in it, including not limited to big-ass spiders, a really freaky clown with a debate about was their thing even about architecture, oh, and a lich. Good times for level 1. The good news is they made it out, with the only main exception being them getting this piss scared out of them. Did I cover most everything? I think that hits most of the points, does it?
I think so.
Yeah.
Oh, you missed the part where we are just fucking tired of being heroes for hire.
Yeah, which leads to the point of your payment wasn't all that much. You kind of got some because the mayor was scared shitless about not wanting to be, it's like, you could handle this yourself. Fuck no. So you got some, like, okay payment from that. But you're on your way back to the city of Waterdeep. And on your way back, you have to pay a few bills, you have to get some refinements done to some of your shiny new toys, because it's like, I'm not giving up my shiny new toy, fuck you. With the final end portion being that time you make it back to the city of Waterdeep, you broke. Like, shit broke. You got your clothes, you got your balking sticks, potions, I'll let you keep the potions, that's about it.
Aw, thank you.
Wallet
Wait, we had
is empty.
potion?
Oh man, that fucking mayor jip doesn't last half.
Yeah, maybe.
That's Bell's like complaining to the others, like, come on, you promised us that was half. Rude.
Instead, it was the full. Next time we're in that town, we're not helping.
Agreed.
I don't think we should be helping for hire anyways. Now, hopefully, your sister Belza has some actual job for us that has some good pay and isn't a what do you call it?
One
A
off?
whiffy. Yeah, a whiffy one-off. I agree.
I'll be
I
happy to
what you
see
did
her.
there. Which leads to, upon your arrival to Waterdeep, you end up going to the Northern Ward, where there's been a nicely renovated little space. Where at the top of the door, you see what looks to be literally like a casket, with a beer tap on it. Place known as the Spectre Spigot. Going inside, you see various adventurers. There's a gnome in the back that seems to be taking care of things and passing out drinks. The drinks being actually in these little walking mugs. Apparently, if you ask, they'll be called little sweeties. But with that, Luna, I'm not sure if this is gonna fuck up your placement on your end, but I had a chaos idea and I'm gonna invest in it. As you guys arrive inside, did it work? It did work! Cool. I changed the PNG for the next little bit. You are greeted with, besides those standard things, you're greeted with a purple tiefling. Her horns kind of decorated into a horn-like fashion with extra bits of shiny jewelry and bangles. Outfit definitely being more of the sensual type, but, looks very comfy as she's sitting with what looks to be like a mid-morning breakfast / brunch and probably something that is slightly alcoholic. Definitely sees y'all come in. It's like, oh, good, you're not dead. Welcome back.
I'm glad one of us.
Hi, sweetie. How are you?
I got the shit beat out of me.
That's fine. Look, you're good. Who's your big, strong sister? Smooching your face. Yes, you are. Looks over the side. She didn't break anything, did she?
Define break.
You had not much else.
Is the city watch gonna come here?
No.
No.
Oh, then you did a wonderful job. Give a big ol' hug.
Yay.
So how much did y'all get paid anyway?
Ugh, fucking
Enough
garbage.
to get back here.
That good, huh?
Like, I can just picture Key just holding up wallet, popping it open, and just empty bag.
Okay, then. Note to self, Fanlin, cheap salaries. Pulls out a little notebook and just starts making notes. You can tell that she's definitely more of the money brain person of the money brain person. So, I do have a new job for you, though, if you're interested.
Oh yeah.
As long as it's not a one-off into the boonies, I think we're fine.
Actually, that might be good for you then. It's actually with a guild.
Boy.
AKA somebody that does reoccurring jobs. AKA standard, consistent money.
So an agency.
Yes!
Big ol' grin.
Like, Kilara will just kind of put their hands up and be like, as long as we're not wearing any sort of, like, uniforms or nothing, because I ain't gonna wear that.
There
What
was
do you mean,
one that had
Kilara?
a uniform.
What do you mean,
first, go.
Kilara? A uniform establishes unity and tidiness.
They'll just kind of turn to you, cross their arms, look at you with one eye cocked, and just say, yeah, and they'll show you unity right out through that window, yeah? I'll unify you with that bush out there.
About the
You're
time you
welcome
say
to
that,
try, Kilara, but I will recommend that you think twice on the matter.
They'll wrap their arm
About-
over your head and just give you a noogie and be like, I wouldn't hurt you, don't worry.
As you do threaten violence, you'll see a little gnome kind of pop up behind the counter, giving you kind of a poofed up pout face and being like, no fighting. Kind of poked one of you in the nose, being like, get your shit together.
To be fair, it'd probably be Silas who's getting the noogie currently.
Yeah. And she'll offer you one of the little mugs with beer in it as you see a little, like I said, the little legs kicking. You can see the eyes being pleased, like, please drink me.
Aww.
No money. No way we can pay for this one.
On the house.
Kilara's eyes light up.
Don't jinx it.
They grab it like it's the Holy Grail. Just bottoms up.
Yeah, just standard kind of fall. Of course. Just standard fall.
scuff.
The scuff.
They don't care. It's whatever flavor. It is what it is.
Yeah. Main thing, I will wait a hot moment as this goes. I'm gonna give extra flavor about this booze. For the fun of it, we will say it's a pumpkin pie booze. It tastes of heavy amounts of cinnamon and veggie delights. You can tell that it was partially fermented in all the sugar that your kidneys can barely process. It's great.
Yum.
There we go. We're back reconnecting. But yeah, with that, those of you that are on my end, thank you for your patience as things have reconnected. As usual, if it ain't scuff, it ain't stream.
Yeah,
Uh,
I've been scuffing trying to get you refitted.
I know. Thank you. I'll keep it like this for the rest of the session, if that helps.
Thank you.
Anyway, besides that, as the beer's going on, Lexa will kind of give you, oh, by the way, the tiefling's name is Lexa. She'll give some
Okay.
extra information about the agency. Being like, as the mentioning of like no uniform, she kind of looks like, does this look like the girl that actually wants to wear a uniform?
Bit of a giggle from Kia. She's still sipping on the drink.
Mhm.
Exactly. Yeah, that's why we bypassed Acquisitions Incorporated. They had a really dumbass uniform policy.
Gross.
Wasn't it a purple jumpsuit?
It wasn't even a purple. Actually, it depended on which branch you were in. If you were part of the magical branch with Jim Dark Magic, yes, it was purple sequins. And oh my god, it was the grossest shit ever.
If any of you make me wear purple sequins, I swear I'm leaving and I'm never coming back.
Agreed.
Relax. We found something better. I don't quite remember the name of it, but they were actually neat in the sense that they classify you based on your qualifications and experience to different jobs. So it'll actually be tailored to us. And as we level up and get better, we get better jobs, thus more pay.
Ooh.
But, you know, it's a good starting point. Only thing they ask for is a quick interview. Lasts like maybe 5-10 minutes tops.
Nah, it doesn't
Oh,
sound that bad.
Ain't hard at all. I've already done mine. Kind of finishing her drink. Like I said, I can take y'all there whenever you're ready. Oh yeah, make sure you tell them that I sent you so that way they know you're part of that same party. And she kind of gives air quotes.
Can do.
Kilara's gonna
Duly
hold
noted.
their mug out, like with big puppy dog eyes. It's like, one more, please, for the road.
Nixie, the gnome behind the bar, just gives a shake. If you look at Lexa, just for fun, roll me a persuasion.
Persuasion. Oh, I'm great at that. Ugh.
Thankfully, I remember the bulk of her stats by heart.
That's about right. That's a 4.
Even with that, like her with her modifier, she just gives you this sad sigh on your face. It's just like, you get your drink after you finish the interview.
Fine then. I put the cup down, empty, walk out. I didn't want one anyway.
As you walk away, the mug actually gets up and walks on its own behind the counter.
Wait, before we go. Belza will give Lexa a big hug. Missed you, sissy.
There's probably a crack in the spine. It's like, missed you too?
See you soon.
Work on your grip. You gotta work on your grip, hon.
Sorry.
See you in a bit.
See you in a bit.
It's okay. And if anything, they'll say that she gives you guys directions to get there without much of an issue.
Perfect.
For the fun of things, are you guys wanting to do any side meandering while you go, or you just want to head straight there?
It's a job. It pays well from the sound of it. Just have to do an interview. Heading straight there.
We can't exactly shop.
We are
That's
fucking
Not
broke.
much to it.
We look
Silas, can you do me a favor? Can you move back into the tavern a moment so I can copy paste y'all's asses?
Fine.
Thank you. Please keep your arms and legs inside the vehicle at all times. Please no flash photography.
all the flash photography. All of it.
All the flash photography. As you guys kind of walk your way through to the merchant district, and of course it didn't. What the? Gosh, I love Roll20 and its extra shit. Boop.
It's having
There
a
we
moment.
go.
It's fine.
It's fine. As you guys will arrive, it looks to be like a very well-produced main establishment. Honestly, quite well for itself. And you guys will not be arriving where you see yourself. If I can direct you all to head down to the southern side. Silas, guess what? Didn't even give it G.
I see nothing. Oh, there we are.
Yay!
Yeah, you guys will arrive to the southern end as you see that it's a very well-established building. Almost looks like a bank of sorts.
Oh.
But up front you'll see one lady in a very nice like white outfit. Her skin is almost porcelain with eyes of pink. As she kind of just leans up like, "Hi, welcome. What can I do for you today?"
Hi, we're here about an interview with the Lexa party.
Oh, that one. What was it again? And you see her kind of like just sit under the counter to this book, and she starts flipping through Lexa. Oh, you're doing that one. Okay, okie dokie. If y'all would follow me this way, we're gonna have you guys separate for your interviews, and somebody will be coming to see each of you just a little bit. Okie dokie.
I think
Right.
I think Kilara will lean over and kind of whisper, put their hand up in front of their mouth, kind of giving like through slotted eyes, you know, kind of that like side eye, and is gonna lean into Belza's ear and say, "They didn't sign us up to be bankers, did they?"
I don't know. Kinda weird.
Really weird. I don't think I'd be a good banker.
Hit or miss with me.
And then they'll start splitting up.
Alright. Well, yeah, she'll kind of escort you all through the establishment a little bit at a time until eventually you'll get to one door. She'll open it up and like escort one of you to go inside. You'll move a little further. She'll drop another one of you off to another room. A little bit further, then another, so on and so forth. Until finally you all are in your designated rooms. And with that, bibbidi bobbidi boo, y'all are gone again. And Silas, there you
Yes.
go. I fixed your vision.
Lovely.
But yeah.
What a
I'm gonna
quaint little room.
And we'll actually start with you, Silas. As for the rest of our players, that was the other thing I was going to fix. I remember now. Gosh, my brain is amazing. We're gonna make one fun change just so that people can see other things in their spaces.
Fixing things on the fly.
You can see.
Fixing things.
The walls are see-through.
Oh, good. I just wanted to make sure.
That's why there are
So
windows
in that
instead of
case, if
doors.
you all, thank you. Or to be precise, let me ask it this way because I don't remember what we did. Belza, Key, and Kilara, can you all see Silas?
Yes.
Mhm.
Good. That's all I need to know. My sanity is cured. Thank you.
Beautiful.
Alright, with that, Silas, on your upside
Yes.
down face as you sit on a
Oh,
chair the
you're
wrong
talking-
way.
Yes, totally.
You come inside to a very nice looking room, but it's very minimalistic. There's a desk, a chair. You see a shelf with a few books. There's one portrait. There's a full-length mirror kind of sitting in the corner. You know, pretty chill stuff.
Ah, the perfect interview room.
And after a couple of minutes, you'll hear a knock at the door. And what opens from the door is a raggedy little Kenku. Those who don't know what a Kenku is, it's literally a tiny raven person.
Mm-hmm.
Literally
Pleasure
just
to make
scuttles
your-
in and sits.
I have the mic.
You have the mic!
Pleasure to make your acquaintance, Silas Sylvain. Are you my interviewer?
Kind of just slow blinks. One eye opens and closes, and then another opens and closes. Shakes your hand, and then goes and sits in the little chair and does a spinny spin.
Silas has said, "Oh, this bodes well, Lexa. What did you put us through?" And he's gonna roll a insight on this bird.
Go on ahead.
That's an 8. Oh, the rolls.
I mean, this is definitely not what you were expecting. And as you're kind of sitting there trying to process what the actual fuck is this bird doing here, the bird will open its mouth, and when it does, you hear in the most automated form ever, "Hello, and thank you for joining Adventures Incorporated. We hope you enjoy your experience here. Press 1 now for the interview questions."
One?
As soon as you say that, it'll just open its mouth again. It's like, "Thank you. Please tell us about yourself. What brings you to Adventures Incorporated?"
I am Silas. I am an investigator from. Sorry, memory's a bit foggy on that detail. But I am an investigator, and me and my fellow adventurers, are tired of being heroes for hire. And we wish to know more, to have more of a stable income and job security, as opposed to being gypped on a very scared individual into paying us.
You just kind of see the head nodding, and eventually it'll open up its mouth again, and you just hear like an old lady going like, "That's so lovely, dearie. Would you like a butterscotch?"
Do you have a butterscotch?
As it opens its mouth again, "Bam, bam."
Silas is just visibly confused because I think this is his first time actually interacting with a Kenku.
Roll me another insight check, and let's see if you can connect some dots.
Hopefully he can. He did today.
Apparently you
God,
can't! You're just literally like, the only thing you know for certain is this Kenku is just like, is it just a parrot? It's just a fucking parrot.
It's a parrot. It's a bipedal parrot. All right.
As it opens its mouth again, you just hear like whistle, "Woo woo! I'm not a parrot."
Apologies. I'm new to the area and not very familiar with a lot of nuances currently.
Opens the mouth, and you just hear like a little kid like, "That's okay, mister."
Do you have any other questions for me?
Opens the mouth up. Question number 2. What are your strengths that you can bring to this corporation? What are also your weaknesses?
Well, my strengths include my inquisitive mind and nature in terms of investigation, as well as my charismatic personality. Weaknesses. I'm not good in close quarters combat.
Just gives a subtle nod. Opens up the mouth again. Question number 3. If you were offered a job with our corporation and are looking even for future positions, what is your end goal? Where do you see yourself 10 years from now?
Behind the desk, for sure, filling out paperwork and being paid a very nice and neat sum. Not a whole lot of field work, but if need be, somewhere where I can have a place all my own and relax. Sit by a nice windowsill during a nice and misty day and read my book.
kind of just gives another blank nod as it opens its mouth again. It's like, thank you for your cooperation. We'll be reaching out to you in the not-so-distant future for your future employments. Thank you again for your cooperation. And as the beak closes, you'll see it kind of fidget in its little pockets. And it pulls out 2 envelopes. And opens up one of them and hands it to you.
He takes it.
Inside it says something along the lines of, your interview is done. Your next task is to interview one of your party members. You may ask the questions below. And it's literally a copy of the questions that the Kenku just read to you.
I just wrote those down, so that's great.
I was going to put a copy of them in the Roll20 chat as well.
Neat.
As the king will open up his mouth, and you'll hear an old man be like, "Are there any questions, class?"
Plenty, but I guess we should continue on with the... Actually, hold on. What's with the second envelope there in your hand? Is that for me as well?
Yeah, he'll kind of he looks at it, looks at you, and then just opens the mouth. You'll hear something along like a school teacher be like, "No, you're not on step 3 yet. You're still on step 1."
Noted. Very well. Where are my party members so that I may continue this process?
As that happens, the Kenku kind of scuttle over to this door right over here and open it up, and just starts scuttling his way down the hallway. So you kind of go through, and you see that there's people walking around, and they just seem to kind of passively give you a nod as you walk through. Nothing too serious. But eventually you're going to get to this area right over there. And as you kind of come inside this area, the Kenku will hand you the second envelope with just kind of a clarification of, and we'll open a mouth, and you'll hear kind of another automated thing being like, please do not open until the completion of the interview. Thank you for your cooperation. And he's just going to sit by the door and kick his little bird feet.
Okay.
For fun, Belza, what are you doing in your room? It's, again, nice, quaint little office space. Kind of small, though. What are you doing?
She has made herself comfy on the chair and is almost leaning back, just like arms up around her head, just kind of almost leaning back, relaxing.
What about you, Key?
She'd probably be like looking at what's on the desk, reading anything that's in the room. Otherwise, just kind of sitting, chilling, waiting.
For Key, make me an investigation or perception check.
Her perception's the better one.
Okay. So with that, you find that this is mostly just like a office that's been kind of rented out for a time. You see like one picture frame of a cute little family, like hubby, wife, and 2 kids. The wall has various books, some based on business, some are like little history books. The only thing that I would say is just catches you by, a little bit of something that looks a little bit different from the lot is there is one full-length mirror in the office. Looks to be a little newer than everything else in the room.
You'd probably be like looking at the mirror, kind of looking at herself, making sure like, okay, wings actually fully hidden. Yes, good. All right. And then like looking to the books. Ooh, history book.
And Kilara, what are you doing by chance? You kind of have what looks to be like they rented out and closed out a whole office space because they didn't have enough room to do a private spacing.
Kilara's looking around at this room and is just thinking to themselves, like, I really hope I'm not going to be stuck at a desk. I don't want to do this sort of work. I hate this. And they're just, like, mad about it. They're just like
Your
getting
worst
madder.
nightmare realized.
Yeah, they're just getting madder and madder about it. As they're standing in this room, they start like walking around, pacing, and like kicking a desk, like going grumbling to themselves.
That works pretty well. Silas, as you're kind of coming into this space, you will notice that there are little, like, paper nameplates on each of the doors. This one for Key, this one for Kilara, and this one for Belza. If anything, you definitely hear Kilara in this other room as they're mumbling. You hear like a desk getting kicked around, and you hear the as it goes against the wood.
Might just save them for last just because of that incident at the bar. Let them stew a little bit.
Oof.
Anyways, let's might as well leave it to a random chance. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna roll a d6. 1 to 2 for Belza, 3 to 4 for Key, 5 to 6 for
Kilara.
our agitated.
I knew it.
All right, agitated fighter friend.
Bring it on.
I was gonna enjoy
he's
the
gonna-
fact of you be like, I'm gonna save Kilara for last. The dice said no.
Silas, like,
Nope.
but they do sound rather agitated. Let's do a little peek see, trying to be stealthy about it.
Roll me a stealth check.
Fuck no. So
Kilara!
he
Yeah.
just slams the
Roll
door
me a
open.
perception check. You see Silas awkwardly peeking through the frost tint, the tinted glass window. Like you recognize the mustache through that silhouette anywhere.
Is there a stapler at all on any of these desks? Like any sort
Roll
of
me an
like
investigate. Actually, you know what? Hold on a second. I'm gonna roll a d20. High or
Sure.
low?
low. No.
You don't find a stapler, but you find a shit ton of paper clips.
I pick up a paperclip and I look and I pretend not to notice.
Silas is gonna roll insight to see what their what the mood is like.
Mhm.
An 11.
Ylar, are you trying to hide anything?
Yeah, I'm holding the paperclip ready to flick it at them.
Roll me a deception.
Ooh. No.
Silas, you can tell that you've been spotted and that Kilara is scheming something.
Silas is gonna grab his notebook in anticipation of getting thrown. As something getting thrown at him.
Fair. That's very
And
fair.
kind of ready to shield whatever midsection the head of his body that is probably gonna get hit first. So he then opens the door rather quickly and suddenly.
do
Caught
you
slightly off guard by the quick approach. I fumble a little bit and I turn around and hide it behind my back after having almost dropped it. It's like, oh hey, I was wondering when you get here. How'd your interview go?
Went rather well. In fact, they promoted me to interviewer.
Oh, wait, you got the job already? Damn, that's fast.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Please, have a seat.
All right. Here, I got something for you, and I'm gonna flick it at him.
I'm gonna use the book to smack it out of the air.
Fair enough. I'm going to.
This
Go ahead.
this will reflect in your interview.
I hope it does. And I'm going to. I'm gonna just sit on the desk, like kind of lean back with my hands on the desk and throw one leg over the other and just kind of sit there and wait with a shit-eating grin on my face.
Oh,
Silas, with his eyebrows cocked, proceeds to move over and actually sit at the desk opposite of her.
Yeah. Where?
He then takes out the notebook, unbinds it, takes out a fountain pen and ink, and uses one of the inkwells at the desk to get ink because he ain't gonna use his. So, Kilara,
Oi.
Tell me about yourself.
I look at you incredulously. Incredulously. Just, what the fuck do you... We've been traveling together. What do you mean?
They just want me to ask you these questions, so tell me more about yourself.
Alright. Well, I am real strong. I am real capable. And I like to hit stuff real hard.
Alright. Any interesting hobbies?
Aside from hitting things, I like to drink. I like to play pranks on people and throw paper clips. But I also really just, I don't know. They think about it for a second. They go, there's one thing I like to do, actually. And they'll pull out like a little whittling knife, and they'll kind of flick it around in their hands and say, actually, I'm pretty good at this. I like to carve a little bit of wood. Yeah?
Understandable.
Yeah.
Then, on to the next question. What are your strengths and weaknesses? I am assuring that we can both agree your strengths lie in your physical prowess.
As I'm currently flexing and just being totally just a douche about it. Just like, oh,
So
what?
you do the flex shrug.
Yeah, I'm just like, I don't know what you're talking about. I couldn't hear you over these muscles. So what was the question again? One more time.
What are your weaknesses?
I dare you to find some. I don't think I have any. Well, no, I don't have any.
Silas is then going to cross-leg himself, rest the book on the knee, and go, you sure about that?
I'll tell you what a good weakness is. I'm a sucker for just a pretty person.
Cocks an eyebrow.
And
I to define pretty person.
I look at you while fluttering my eyes and trying to put on my most flirtatious attempt, just being way over the top and just totally shitty about it. Just being like,
Silas, I need you to do me a favor. Roll me a perception check.
Oh.
Well, that's an issue because my computer decided to say we're locking this down.
No!
Oh no!
But I actually was trying to stall out and see if I could log back into my computer. I had to restart it.
Oh no!
By the way, guys, everybody who's watching this, don't interview like this. Do not.
This is how you get.
Please, no, this is very unprofessional.
Very.
This is how you get trash binned.
Perception as I look over my coworker. Jesus. Can you roll me a d20? I won't be able to do it.
I got you. Hang on.
Whoa.
Ooh.
Pretty good.
I'd say you're pretty perceptive.
That's a +4. That would be a +4 on top of that. What's the total?
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Wow,
you're kind
I
of
can't roll
that part.
dick for shit, but when I ask someone else to do it for me...
Nature of the digital dice.
Which leads to, as you're kind of processing that and Kilara's sassing you about a pretty face, you hear a muffled reaction from behind the door of, like, in your voice, are you sure about that?
Huh? I'm looking around currently. Do I hear that?
Roll me a perception, just to see. Let's see how close you catch.
No!
No, you just have deja vu vibes. You got cabin fever.
Okay.
Is there a problem, Kilara? Are you perchance hearing double?
I don't know. Are you in my head?
Oh, I'm about to fuck you up. I wish to use I wish to use a fun little ability of mine, being a Pact of the Great Old One.
Uh-oh.
Oh, fuck!
I open this door.
Silas gets off the desk, pats Kilara on the shoulder, and then you hear his voice in your head. No, I think not. But then again, who's this?
You're even more annoying in high definition.
I don't know what you're talking about, Kilara. I'm giving you a congratulatory pat on the shoulder.
Shh. Who are you? What is this? What is this witchcraft?
Alright, one last question though.
I hate
Where do you
this.
see yourself in 10 years if you were underemployed?
I'm still looking around, like trying to figure out where, like how you're doing this, because I'm not used to people talking in my head.
In your head, you hear, answer the question, Kilara.
All right, I'm getting to it. One more time, I'm a little flustered. What?
Oh, is it because you see a pretty person in front of you?
I'm glaring daggers at you.
No.
Silas has
Open
a
this door.
smirk knowing that he's winning, and Kilara doesn't know it. Or she does know it, and she doesn't know how he's winning.
That's probably more it. So one more time, what was the question?
Where do you see yourself in 10 years
Well,
if you were underemployed?
in 10 years, I want lots of money. I want to be stronger. I want recognition for my abilities. I want people to finally see me as not just someone who follows the pack, but somebody who maybe, I don't know, leads the pack.
Kilara, in for the short time that I've known you, you have been nothing but one to seize initiative. And then in your head, if only that were true. I'm sure you'll do just fine at the desk.
Oh.
Kilara is smoldering at the moment.
Now, bonus question.
Mm-hmm. I'm
Is there
gripping
anything
the
you
desk.
Is there anything you wish to tell me about your past that would be a rather concern for the company?
Just thoughts run through their head, things of the past that they're not necessarily proud of, things that they're still really angry about, and just that culminating with just the being fucked with and realizing they're losing this, and their grip on the desk. I'm imagining that like the hands grip and like break part of the wood of the desk, just like, and then they release tension. They will say, after a little bit of thought, kind of reflection,
I don't think that there's anything that I can tell you that will affect my performance on the job. Nor is there anything that I would necessarily like to confess.
I wasn't interrogating you.
It certainly feels like an interrogation.
And then in your head, I'll say, well, Kilara, this has been a treat and a pleasure.
The pleasure's
Feel
all
free
yours.
to looks at the desk. Feel free to get acquainted with your new desk.
you see a little twinge, almost a shift. They repress it.
A small smirk. And then he leaves.
You hear shit get thrown at the door behind you. Thump.
Silas,
poor
as you walk
workers.
out, Silas, as you walk out in satisfaction, you see the bird in front of you.
Hello.
Opens the mouth. Hello. Please turn record to side B.
By all means, side B.
Points to the letter with the 2 on it.
Opens it up.
Your time as interviewer has now concluded. Please pass this information along to the person you just interviewed.
Ooh, that's not a good idea. I'm not sure if you probably haven't seen them, or you have seen them. They're rather unhinged.
You hear shit get thrown in the room and just open.
Boasted. Case in
custom.
point. Case in point, I feathered individual.
Kind of just looks back at the door, looks to you, opens the mouth. Is it too late now to say sorry?
For me, yes. For you, never. I give her about. See how she is in an hour.
Takes the letters and walks inside.
Sorry, she is not correct. They. See how they are in an hour. I have trouble with that. I'm working on it. We'll get there.
Literally, just again, the Kenku is not really processing half what you say. Just walks through, takes the letters, opens the mouth, comes inside, and as you hear inside, "Hello, and thank you for interviewing with the corporation."
I'm a thrown
Kilar,
weapon
you
expert.
see this. I'll say, Kilar, you see a weird walking bird show up.
So when I hear the door open, I don't think it's Bird. I think it's Silas coming back at first. And
Yeah.
so I'm like across the room. I've probably the desk I was on, I've thrown over and like threw shit at the door. So there's a few things that have been thrown around the room. I've been like, I stormed down this alleyway or this aisle, whatever, and I grabbed something off the desk and I go to throw it, not to hit, but like near. And I turn around and I throw the thing and it goes, I imagine, over the shoulder, smacks on the wall. And I'm just huffing, puffing. And I realize it's not Silas. But I throw the thing, go, why you?
Oh. Sorry. I get a little worked up sometimes. What was...
May I interject? I'd like to say, in your mind, you hear in Silas's voice, temper.
You just see the little thing shivering in the corner behind the desk, and it opens up. You hear a baby crying.
Aww.
I'm going to kill that man, I swear.
I'm gonna walk over to Birdface. What did they introduce themselves as?
They did.
Diggity.
Okay. I'm going to walk down methodically, and I'm gonna turn around and squat down. Breathe in, sigh out.
Sorry, he just gets to me. He really and literally gets inside your head, you know? It's not your fault.
Just opens up the voice. What's in your head?
Unfortunately, a very annoying boy.
I reach out a hand.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I'm going to kill him, I swear. Would
Hey,
like
you're
help?
the one who called him handsome.
That's true. Shouldn't have fed the ego.
Yeah, the Kenku will accept the help up.
Anyway.
Good news. Electronics are back on in line.
Yay! It's the small victories that count. They will.
Just like the one I scored over Kilara. Let's go.
Yes, absolutely. You got under their skin so well. Kilara just says,
Thank you, sorry. I'm not getting a desk job, am I? Please don't give me a desk job.
and they're now pleading.
The mouth just opens up, being like, the mouth just opens up, and you just hear, just in like a small, innocent child's voice, I don't know.
I will do anything you want. I'll go outside and I'll throw shit in the dumpsters. I don't care. I don't want to work at a desk.
Opens the mouth, angry mom sound. Clean your room, mister! Hands you goes to a corner where there's a broom and just hands you a broom.
Deserved. All right.
I start cleaning. dejectedly.
Happy squeak, and just continue, and we'll just head on out.
Okay.
And before we continue back on things, for fun, Kilara, make me
Yeah.
an investigation or perception check.
Investigation or perception? I'm much better at perception.
I know, that's why I give the choice.
19.
So as you kind of look around, you kind of see that this is like a bookkeeper's area. That much you know for certain, because you just see numbers upon numbers upon numbers and all the little books. But something does catch your eye, definitely out of the ordinary in this room. Compared to all of the other materials in here that seem to be very well worn, very actively used. There's one thing in here that is, or was, a very good condition.
Oh.
A mirror.
Oh.
It looked to be very nice, well, very good quality. But yeah, there's a nice splintering crack from corner to corner now.
Wow. Okay. I pick it up. Does it look like it has... it's valuable, or does it look like it has any special properties?
Find out one detail first. Yeah. So as you pick it up, that crack splinters and spreads, and you see some of the pieces of glass fall off.
Oh.
And the moment it does, you catch one corner, like, you know how there's... Silly question. You know how there's, like, the back cardstock backing before you get to the mirror glass?
Yeah.
You see on that cardboard backing what looks to be, like, arcane glyphs.
Oh. Interesting.
Meanwhile, back in the hallway... Silas, you see the Kenku coming out, looking a little... The feathers are a little ruffled up. And they seem to be kind of like hyper vigilant. They're just looking around everywhere, twitchy.
Apologies for my companion's temper tantrum.
Opens the mouth immediately as you say that. I'm not sorry!
I'll continue the interview process on their behalf, and probably the others as well. If that's all
Just hands you both letters and then points to the second one again.
We'll see. Be wary, though.
Roll me an insight on that.
Oh.
Do you need me to roll it for you?
No, I have access to my character sheet now, and it is currently trying to roll it. Yeah, roll me a d20 with +5 to it.
You gotta love, even when we plan for technology stuff to work, it doesn't work.
To be fair,
Aw.
D&D Beyond and Roll20 sometimes just do not play nice and hiccup.
You just see the blank expression of this poor innocent burb.
You should go on a break. Oh, damn it. The dice just rolled and gave me a 23.
Oh. No, we're leaning with that first one now.
Hate this. How this dice. Alright, that's fine.
But yeah,
Alright.
you'll see the little bird just kind of scuttle and follow you from behind.
Just Silas alright. Let's roll. Okay. Odds, Belza, evens, chi. Here we go. Chi it is.
Alright. You head on in, and as you do, you'll see the Kenku kind of just plop a squad in front of the door.
He's gonna try and do the stealth thing again.
Oh, she's not paying attention. She's like halfway through this history book she found in here and just intently just reading, flip page, reading, flip page.
So from what I'm understanding, Key, you are intentionally just saying, I'm gonna fail.
Yep. Like, she's
Okay.
just like, ooh, recent history book. Let's see what I know and don't know within this book.
Then I would like to roll and see your intentions behind it.
Hmm.
Oh, she wouldn't even be hiding it. She's just like deeply just interested in like, okay, what does this book have for knowledge? Like it is plainly writ on her face.
Interesting. Silas will then enter in.
Probably on
Hello,
the door
Kate.
opening. On the door opening, that being said, she just kind of like, oh, you're the interviewer? Like completely just, huh? Like head tilt and
Yes.
everything.
Yes, they decided to make me the interviewer for all of us.
Key,
Just kind of
for
like,
shits, roll me a perception check.
perception. This ought to be interesting. Digital dice, do you fuck me? No, you do not.
Silas is saying that he's running the interview now, like he's in charge. But you kind of like, that's nice. And then you literally just look behind him and you see what looks to be like a little tiny bird. Just kind of head poked like by the glass, just staring.
And just kind of a, and I guess that one's your chaperone to make sure you're doing the job right.
Of course. First day on the job and everything. Kilara's interview was interesting. Pull up a seat, why don't we?
She's just still sitting in that chair with the book, just kind of, looking down at the chair, just kind of shifts a bit and just puts the book off to like on the desk off to the side. And just kind
I
of
guess I'm
looks
going
at you waving.
to seat myself. Sound better in my head. Extends his hand for a handshake.
She'll take it and shake.
Ah, good, I get to use my feature. I'm in your head. Not saying anything yet. Alright. Hello. It's good to be your acquaintance again.
Just
What would you
kind of-
like to tell us about yourself?
She just kind of stops thinking a little bit, just kind of, well, traveled around a lot. Kind of place to place. Usually information seeking, history, just anything that piques interest and curiosity.
Indeed. Would you say that plays into your strengths?
And she kind of just, I would say it would. Perceptive, kind of good with nature.
And where would you say your weaknesses lie?
And she just kind of, not good in close combat. Kind of just thinking on it a little more. Get drunk easily. Stops thinking on it one. Probably should avoid alcohol in any way, shape, and form then.
It sounds like we're going to be inferring a high no alcohol content warning on this. At least from work. Then, where do you see yourself in 10 years?
And
If you're to be successfully employed with us.
she just kind of stops thinking on it, going, either still out and about traveling and doing field work, or would really love to just have a giant library of amassed knowledge and anything that I could get my hands on in that regard.
You and me both. Now, another question. Is there anything you're hiding from the company that we should know about?
And this one, she just kind of, like, stomps, thinks on it. Did get in trouble in one region, but shouldn't have any issues with this job.
Would you like to elaborate?
And just kind of look a little hand motion. Feywild, I'd rather not tell that story.
Feywild.
And she just kind of like, short of it, kind of insulted a person of great importance in there, and yeah, had to kind of flee for life.
I'm gonna. What would you like me to roll to know more about the Fey, DM?
Roll me. Let's do history or arcana.
I'm gonna go with Arcana. 12.
You know that it's definitely not an area that you want to fuck around too much in. They deal with a lot of kind of trickery and slipping into things that you shouldn't.
So I would like to roll insight to make a connection here. With that phrase you just told me, and Key's pretense for knowledge, I'd like to make a insight or investigation check to connect the dot.
Alright, we'll make this an insight versus deception. Silas, insight. Key deception.
So that'll be an interesting one.
Oh, fuck.
Haha, I ain't winning this one. Like, she's like, it's a moment of like half truth, half lie shenanigans versus him being,
You hear in your head, we really shouldn't be lying.
and it's just her looking like, kind of just head tilts up a bit, just kind of, the fuck did you do and when?
What do you mean?
And just kind of like points to like her head. Just hearing you in there is not an interesting thing to have.
You know, Clara said the exact same thing during our interview. Maybe you just can't keep me out of your mind.
And she's just kind of like, just kind of stomps, thinking, going, glance over. You do have a good look. You might be right on that one.
Not the second person to tell me that today.
There'd just be a bit of like a giggle of just like, let me guess, Kilara said something similar.
Undoubtedly so. Whether she meant it or not, I don't know.
Just shrug.
This has been an interesting interview. Have a lovely day. He opens the door to go out.
Kenku there. Points to yours. Points to the number 2 envelope.
Opens it.
Rereads what it says. Your time as interviewer is done. Please pass this information to the person you just interviewed.
I don't recommend that because the last person on the interview sheet isn't exactly. They're not exactly, what's the word? What's the word for people who. Wording this delicately. Not very in tune with each other.
Just opens the mouth and you hear the equivalent of our version of dial-up noise.
You hearing this is kind of just shuffling
exactly
and
that noise. That's the word. If that is a word. Is that a word? I don't know if that's a word.
They'll still point to the number 2 envelope.
If you'll excuse me, he's going to move out of the way.
Roll me an insight check.
Oh, this is great. Silas doesn't know shit about bird. No shit.
It's one of those things you're just like, this bird is really dumb. It doesn't really do that well.
Well, I'll continue on then.
Bird brain go.
So accurate.
Oh, dude. Too accurate.
Silas,
that
while
was my
you're heading
computer.
Silas, while you're heading to Belza, first off, Kilara. We'll say after this little bit you finish kind of cleaning up the space. It's still a partial mess, but it's not that bad.
Okay.
But I'll say as you peek, you probably get a little antsy. Do you want to look outside or anything, or are you just kind of in that, I am going to sit in the mess I made?
No, they've got this mirror, and they've written first of all on the desk that they gripped and with their hands just like kind of broke around where their hands gripped on the desk. They've written on a piece of parchment whatever they could find in just chicken scratch scrawling, sorry, I owe you, and they put that on the desk. Also, they have this mirror and they're concerned about it because it has magical glyphs on it, and they don't fully understand magic. In fact, they know next to nothing about it. So they've just got this thing and they're gonna go out and ask about the mirror.
Yeah, you step outside. You probably just caught the tail end of Silas walking past this bird.
If I see Silas, I just glare and like eyes point to my own eyes, or figures point to my own eyes, and then point back at you, just like.
It's one of those where probably Silas is focused on getting to Belza, so all that happens is the Kinku turns around to see you doing this.
Poor Kenku.
And you see the mouth open again, and you hear the sound of the baby starting to cry up again.
Oh.
Kilara is just that like little like drip on the forehead, the like, oh no, I made baby cry again. And they just go, oh wait, no, sorry. And is gonna go up and just be like, I'm not good at this. I try to reach for a hug, like, I look like I'm in pain.
You just get the crazy twitches, and you feel the feathers just rustle in your arms.
Silas ignoring this heartfelt, warm, this heartfelt interaction. Just solely focused on completing the interview, just goes inside, nice and calmly, instead of the antics he tried with Belza and whatnot, or with T and Kalara.
Yeah.
He just calmly, closes the door behind him.
Oh, hey,
One
dude.
more moment, Silas. One more moment. But yeah, Kilara, as you kind of do the hug, it'll scamper out and scuttle inside with Ki. Ki, you just see this Kinku run inside, trying to crawl up the bookshelf.
And he's just like reading the book, sees this corner eye, looks over. What's the matter?
Just opens the mouth. I always feel like somebody's watching me, and there ain't no privacy.
And right then, the door flies open as, I'm real sorry, just give me another chance. I can make it up. Like, I'm way too aggressive on my apology.
Opens the mouth again. No privacy! Points to the door.
Meanwhile, Key's just gonna be like, looking over at Kilara. What happened? What'd you break?
I broke everything, apparently. And look, I found a mirror, and it's got, like, things on the back of it. Here.
I throw it at you. Not like throw it at you. Toss it to you, I guess.
She'd probably be able to catch it and probably looking at it like, huh?
First off, Key, just make me a acrobatics or sleight of hand.
Oh no.
They're both the same, so we'll go with acrobatics. How well do I catch this?
Guys. I'm so sorry.
Oh.
You save this mirror before it falls and just shatters. But you see a couple more shards pop up, and it's actually very clear now. that on the outer edge of the mirror are arcane glyphs. And we will come back to you all in just a moment.
Okay.
Silas!
Hello, Belza.
Hey!
They appointed me to be your interviewer.
You know what? That's probably for the best.
I agree.
I might
Can you
startle
please
some
get
of the
your feet off the desk?
Fine. Brings her feet up and around. So what
Good.
they ask of you?
Well, they asked me to ask you some questions. Now, let's start. Why don't you tell us about yourself?
What's there to say? I'm big. I'm scary. I was hired at a casino at one point to be a bouncer. But since then,
Well, that's
I've been going from job to job with you guys, knocking heads. About
right.
it.
Would you say knock? You have the mic.
No, continue.
Would you say knocking heads is your greatest strength, or is there more to it?
Hell yeah, it's my greatest strength. This says I'm not much for the book smarts. But I'm street smart.
What are your weaknesses then, aside from not being book smart?
I can't swim. And I can't lie for shit.
Understandable. Like an open book.
Kinda.
We'll work on the swimming later. The line can come over time. Now, since you are a shoo-in for this job, where do you see yourself in 10 years from now?
I want to explore everywhere out here. Everywhere. I want to see everything.
Lovely.
The point of being an adventurer, isn't it? Seeing new things, trying new foods, seeing new sights.
Right. There's just one last thing. First and foremost, he extends his hand. Welcome aboard. There's just one last question before we finish.
What's up?
Well, one, you're supposed to shake the hand when someone congratulates you.
If you're sure, she's gonna grab your hand and you're probably gonna be a few joints crack.
Minor discomfort, but I'm in your head now.
Whoa, you can do that the whole time? Sly bastard.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't speak just yet.
Okay.
So there's one big issue they made a note of that your sister has brought up in her interview.
What's up?
You have an immense separation anxiety from her.
Too true. I missed her even
Why
on
is-
the other mission. Well, we're fraternal twins. We've been together our whole lives. It's hard to separate now. She's my sissy. She's the only one who gets me, you know? She's the brains, I'm the brawn.
Now you hear in your head. Now, what if your sister were to die? What will we do then?
Oh, you little sneak.
Kind of takes a good moment to think, and you notice her kind of slump a little bit. I'm not sure what I'd do
Is
without
something
her.
wrong, Belza?
I'm not sure what I'd do without my sister. I'm not sure what I'd do if something happened to her.
Would you just shut down and give up? This is Silas speaking out loud.
First, I'd want payback. Then I'd find a way to get her back. No matter what.
Admirable.
We don't get separated. I may not be smart, but I'm stubborn. And anyone touches my sister, I'll tear them to pieces.
But we were separated on quite a lot of occasions. This is in your head. Whatever shall we do? She's gonna be God knows where doing whatever she's doing. We can't reach her in time anytime she's in trouble.
Okay, seriously. How are you doing that?
What? Doing what?
You know what, you sly fucker?
I have no clue what you're talking about, and I'm gonna roll deception against you.
Deception versus insight. Make it so. Elsa
Silence
knows
is the
all,
open book.
fucker!
Get in. She puts you in
Damn
a
it.
fucking headlock. That could have been so useful, you asshole!
I don't know. God, let go of my head.
Nope, gonna suffer.
I'm already suffering.
Just ruffles his hair.
All right. The jig is up with you, at least. The other two couldn't figure it out.
Like, I think he has a good idea as to what the fuck, but she's just like, whatever, I'll let him have his fun.
Anyways, Kilara was the most fun to interview, I'll tell you. I'm sure you heard across the wall.
You still with us, Belza?
Yep. Sorry, what was that?
I was just
Silas
confirming
is...
the idea that you probably heard the commotion across the hall with Kilara.
Yep, I heard some crashing. Sis always says I shouldn't touch anything expensive. I'll break it.
Yeah. Fair enough. Well, Belza, I will talk with you later. I'm gonna go and see what else is going on in this place.
Alright,
And we're
I'll
gonna
just nap
pause
here.
right there. We're gonna pause right there for a moment as we are about, honestly, we're over halfway through tonight's session. A lot quicker than last week's. But we're gonna take a short commercial break. 5-10 minutes for the players. You need to use the restroom, water, whatever floats your boat. And we'll continue in a little bit. As for our chat, when we get back, there's a little bit of a part 2 for this prologue. And then we will continue with our story with what happens after the interview. Sit tight. We'll see you in a few minutes. Yeah. Fun
But
fact,
to give
Silas.
someone...
You wonder if there's going to be repercussions for running the interview all by yourself.
Oh, there probably is. But before that, hello, new person.
Yeah.
I am known as Bear. I'm sightless.
Also, we gotta follow BNSF111, who is saying your mama things in the
Lamau.
fucking chat.
Oh, great.
You strange fellow, what the hell are you doing? Anyway,
Who knows?
break time!
Yeah, we do need to take a break. We've been a little overdue to get this one done. We'll be back in a little bit. Again, we'll give time for a little bit of chat and just witty banter before we dive back in then.
Woo!
Thank you very much. Glad you like the PNGtubers, Raven Moon.
Alright, BRB!
Yeah, BRB. We'll see y'all in just a little bit. I'll be popping live in just a second.
Okay, folks, sorry for the wait. I figure we can chat while our GM is getting prepped for just a moment. And
Business.
Business. Just a note, just out of character, that this is a live show. We will not have much time to interact mid-scene. Plenty of time at the end.
Feel free to, interact in chats, comment, say things that you enjoy. If you want to give positive feedback, that's great. Just know that there won't be a lot of time for us to interact. There may be a little bit. I've been trying to stay regular in chat, but that will not always be a common occurrence. So please do be patient with us. We are trying our best.
GM. Okay, that fixes that detail, and I'm about to push my button to go back to the other stream stuff.
Woo!
And bippity boppity boop.
By the way, hope you're enjoying the stream.
That is a good point. I do hope you all are as well. We are back on Twitch. Hello, lovelies. Good to see you all. But yeah, with that, but first off, welcome back. We got a little bit of housekeeping we have to do first. But first and foremost, how's everybody doing? How are our players doing? Everything feeling cozy from the first half?
I'm good.
All
I'm
right.
having a good time.
I'm glad you are. So yeah, happy that everything's going well. We are going to handle a little bit of housekeeping. First and foremost, just to make sure this part's clear, I normally mention this at the start of the stream. I'm going to mention it now. Because it's a live stream scenario with us running a Dungeons and Dragons game, know that during session, there might not be much interaction. In between, after, before, we'll try to make sure we can interact with the chat, talk more, all that stuff. Besides that, though, just know, in session, we might not be able to do but so much. No, that they're not ignoring you. We see, trust me, I have 3 things up showing all the chat. I see your asses. But I can only do but so much. Secondly, we have to do some thank you business. So with that, I'm going to do my change over to some other form of music because I don't want old school piano music for this bit. Where's my favorite weasel? There's my favorite weasel. There we go. Blessed be. First and foremost, thank you to Kevin MacLeod. For those who do not know, if you do roll 20, Kevin MacLeod makes a shit ton of music on there that you can actually access for free and use for free. So it's honestly pretty chill, and the music's wonderful. I think most everything we've used so far this week, music-wise, has been from Kevin MacLeod. So if you enjoy that and you use Roll20, highly recommend them.
That and tabletop audio, which is also built in.
Thank you. That was what my brain was forgetting. I'm still getting used to the sponsor chats. Secondly, we want to give a thank you to Chesapeake. For those who do not know what Chesapeake is, Chesapeake, as soon as I can get to the right things for link advertisement, is responsible for maps. They designed this beautiful big-ass map right here. Jeez, it's huge. We don't even need all this, but we have it as an option, and it's beautiful. So thank you so much for that.
Showing chat. When we mean big, we mean big.
Seriously, it's crazy. With that, if you are interested in getting any maps from, they have a butt ton. We used 3 or 4 last week for those particular situations. And I am putting the link to Chesapeake's materials in the chat on Twitch right now. So if you are interested in any of their work, please follow that link below. And sadly, Raven Moon, to answer this, not much on having a parrot on the shoulders, especially while working, but I appreciate it. Last but most certainly not least, because of business, I must clarify, we are not sponsored by Wizards of the Coast. We are not sponsored by Dungeons and Dragons. We just really like Dungeons and Dragons and RPGs and such. So, understand that we are not making any money by this except just for the love of what we do. If you do love what we do and you want to support us, there are plenty of ways. To give one easy one to start off with, follow. We actually had a couple of followers before session, after, and during session, which leaves me saying thank you to... There we go. Raven Moon 64, Dark Child, and Clunai. They got us over the halfway point to the Twitch goal of hitting 50 followers. If we hit 50, then we can start getting fancy things like points. And points will allow us to actually have you guys a chance to interact with the game.
Also, I've got one. Thank you to the spirit of Nug Nug! Nug Nug!
Blessed Nug Nug!
Nug Nug!
Thank you for following on both streams.
Yes.
We gotta give the hype.
We do. But yes, with that though, like I said, by following and helping us reach affiliate, we'll have access to points, and we can use those points to do fun things, like perhaps giving our players advantage. You'd like to give them advantage. Or maybe dumb things, like putting Silas in a dress, as was mentioned by Silas, and now he's contractually obligated for this.
I have dug myself into contractual hole. 1,000
You
points,
have.
people. 1,000
Congratulations.
points, and you get to put Silas in the maid outfit for the entire session.
Including other chaos, but again, we can't get there until we hit affiliate. So if you're interested, that's one big way you can support us. And we'll mention a few other ways after the session. But with that done and all the business out of the way, players, are you ready to continue?
Yeah.
Fuck
All
yeah.
good to go.
Doing the zooms.
Ooh, I kind
That
of like
is a-
that.
I like it too, I'm not gonna lie. And I
mean,
may or may not be making a note of this next to
kind of goes
Silas
with
in a
the,
dress
point
for
thing.
1,000 points.
Nah, make it lower. Give the people something to look forward to.
Oh no.
Honestly, 1,000 points won't take long. I feel fairly confident in that.
Oh yeah, no. Considering with the chess thing, it gives like 50 points to like 100 something or more at times. Yeah, no, people will be hitting that 1,000 in no time flat.
Yeah, no, you're gonna be in your dress of your dreams soon enough. Don't worry about that, hun. I digress.
So pretty.
But I do love the disadvantage idea, Twilight Kid.
Yeah.
We will definitely be probably taking advantage of that. In fact, I'll give a bonus one for fun that y'all haven't met this character yet. But there's one that I have used in a lot of games as, pretty much we'll just call it the summoning of Bill. And if you all, that 1 point feature will allow you to summon one of my personal characters of pure unhinged chaos onto the map to do something that will probably royally fuck up their day.
Or help, depending.
To give a fun example of their chaos, their two favorite spells are Thunder Wave and Shatter.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll leave it at that. With that in mind, though, players, when we last left off, you guys were looking for work, and you got a chance to come and join in with a special organization, but asked to do an interview first. The first one was for Silas, where he was interviewed by a Kenku. No clue what a Kenku was, but he did his gosh darn bestest. And the rest of the time so far has been him being followed around by this Kenku, not following directions. Silas has actually interviewed the other three players and has had chaos, including but not limited to Kilara, perhaps wrecking an entire office space and scaring a bird. Key feeling like there's voices in their head, they talk to her, they understand. And last but not least, Belza threatening murder for hurting her sister. But with that, all the interviews are done. But Key and Kilara, when we last left you all had a mirror that was partially broken, and you found arcane glyphs along the sides of it. What are you thinking? What do you want to do?
Well, I handed it off to Key, and by handed I mean I thrust this thing across the room into your hands. Fortunately, you caught it. And at this point, I'm just kind of looking between mirror and looking between poor bird that I've terrorized and feeling a bit bad about it. Because I'm trying to turn over a new leaf and not necessarily be an absolute menace.
Honestly, as you do that, you'll see the Kenku just slowly starts scuttling around and tries to politely scooch past you.
I'm currently blocking the whole door.
Do you let this bird go past?
Kilara is just defeated, steps out of the way.
I'm sorry.
Don't mind me, I'ma just grab my stuff and leave. Excuse me, please. Silas, you walk out to this Kenku saying, "Fuck this shit, I'm out."
Kilara looks over to Key.
Am I a bad person?
He's just kind of like, yeah, situation-wise, a lot of things going on. Nah, we just caught you at a bad time. As she's like messing with the broken glass bits and probably like trying to get it all back onto where it's supposed to be,
Yeah.
That's with the kerfuffle.
and just kind of, Kilara broke something.
Oops.
Yeah, I do a lot of that.
Happens to the best of us.
And
If
the
I'm
rest
being
of us,
fair, Kiara, you're
yes.
bad to those who need to be. And that's one of your strongest traits that I admire.
Oh, I'm still gonna kill you, but thank you.
When and where, it's always the answer.
With that, Belza, Silas, as you guys kind of come into the room, you notice that they are occupied partially with this full body length mirror.
Mhm.
And Silas, roll me a perception check with advantage. Perception or history, your choice.
You said advantage, you said.
Ooh.
Advantage!
Advantage.
I love it. I need to figure out how to do advantage on this darn thing. It's fine. You know what? We'll just roll it twice. And you said what was the things again?
Perception or history.
We're gonna do perception. I'm glad I have the advantage.
Oh no!
Ooh,
Much better.
Yes.
There we go.
a high-low, strong digital dice.
So, Silas, with that roll, first off, you take long for you to notice about that outer lip of the mirror, where the cardboard connects. You can see arcane lips of it that around the outer edge. So you can tell, like, oh, so this is magical. Shit. And then you don't notice life for a moment. Because in every room you've been to for an interview, there has been a matching mirror in some form or capacity. They might not have all been full body mirrors, but they all had that newish tint to them, and they were in every single room you've been in.
I'm gonna roll investigation, see if I put it together. If I can.
Go for it.
Well, matching mirrors
That's
and
weird
one of
as
them's
fuck.
broken. Hopefully doesn't get out of our paycheck. If anything, Kalara's. He'll be fine. He starts to journal down in his notebook that he had.
But yeah, with that, you guys are back together. What are you all wanting to do? It seems like you've been left alone for at least a hot minute.
Kilara is going to well, I think Kilara will further look at this this mirror. When they do, does it look like the actual glass of the mirror has any importance or could be replaced? Is it
Investigation or perception?
okay? Because I broke it. I broke the shit out of it. But
Yeah,
like,
you kind of did.
a 15?
So you can tell that like a portion of this could be replaced.
Okay.
The thing that catches your eye the most, though, is it seems to be that as you look at the excess pieces of the shattered mirror,
Yes.
it looks like some of the arcane glyphs have been imprinted onto the glass.
Okay.
So it almost looks like maybe these were meant to be together. So the vibe of, as a mirror, can it be fixed? Oh yeah, it's a mirror. Who the fuck cares? But whatever the other reason for it, it might take a little extra TLC, if you know what I mean.
Can I go back in and try and gather up as absolutely much of the broken mirror as possible?
Yeah, sure. By all means.
All right, I'll go back into
As
the
you
room
kind of
and start
walk
picking
out.
pieces. Oh yeah, go ahead.
I'll say, as you're walking out, roll me another perception check.
Another perception. Same number, 15.
You hear some discussion coming from this area right over here.
Oh. My ears perk up. And I stop in my tracks and I listen for a moment.
You hear the sounds of the scattered voices from that Kenku. But on top of that, you hear another voice. Sounds definitely more masculine, but yet monotone. Very serious. He seems to be just probing this bird for questions.
Don't probe my bird. Leave Burb alone. I am going to stealth up to the point. Is this... If I get up to this point and I peek around the corner, is this door closed around the corner for me?
It does seem to be closed.
Alright. I will continue to sneak forward. I imagine I should probably roll a stealth, eh?
Absolutely.
Pretty damn good.
Pretty damn
Nice.
good indeed. Shit. I don't even think I need to roll, but just for shits.
We don't have a rogue
Yeah,
in the
no.
party, but...
As you kind of listen forward, you'll hear just... Don't tell me. They didn't follow the instructions. My name is No. Of course they didn't. Fine. Did they at least complete all 4 rounds? Yes! Alright. Fair enough. Hopefully the mirrors collected the notes as instructed. And then you hear
Collected the
footsteps
notes?
coming towards the door.
Okay. I will scurry stealth.
Scurry stealth! Go, 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 go!
Rage stealth. Ah,
Shit.
run in here.
You have a split second! Make me an investigation check!
Okay.
Don't fuck up!
Dude,
I fucked
too
up.
late.
Yeah, you're very much just like, you find what looks to be like some glue that maybe you can fix some things on it, you grab it, and it gets stuck on your hand.
That's fine. We'll deal with that when we get to it, I guess. I keep looking for pieces of mirror and probably don't find much.
Roll me another investigation if you want. You know the dude's coming. As you can hear the door open from the other side. You find it like one more mirror piece.
Okay.
As you trip over a chair and you hear the as the chair moves.
Awesome.
Anything else?
Question, DM.
Yes.
Do we hear the ruckus that Kalara is causing?
Probably.
All three of you roll me perception checks.
Just the first one.
That's all.
Yes.
Oh, for the love of... All that is pretty much holy. Or unholy. I'll go check.
The fuck
As
was
you
it?
do, as you do, and you step out, you see a dude in all black. Same porcelain skin, with hair that's kind of been partially cut back. As he kind of gives a sigh, it's just like, you must be Silas.
And you are, sir?
Extends a hand. My name is Vox. A pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Silas will take that again. And did you say Vox or Vox?
Just gives a sigh. Vox. V-O-X.
I apologize. I misheard. Now, if you excuse me, I need to check on my companion. They seem to be causing another ruckus.
Oh, they'll be fine. I do have a question for you, by the way, if you wouldn't mind, Silas.
By all means.
Apparently, the lovable bird did not fully complete his task. There was one more question that wasn't written on the dossier. Would you mind if answering it for me very quickly?
he's gonna close the door. By all means.
Is there anything you're hiding from the organization?
Personally? No, not really. Not that I can think of or remember.
Are you being truthful or are you trying to hide something?
Silas is being truthful. He has not lied once, outside of messing with his party members with the mind stuff.
Roll me a persuasion check then. As you kind of do that, he kind of just gives a sigh and just is like, understood. Thank you for your time. Also, next time you're given instructions, kindly stick to the designated tasks at hand.
Apologies. He's gonna step
Make me-
aside and
Make me a wisdom saving throw.
wisdom saving throw. I make those at advantage.
Go ahead and go visit
Six.
Kilara. Yeah, go visit Kilara.
All right. So I'm back to Laura now.
As you're walking to the door, slowly in a very soft tone, but getting louder and louder, you hear your voice asking the same question you asked everybody else over and over again of, is there anything you're hiding? Is there anything you wish to share? Over and over and over again as you take 3 points of psychic damage, and then finally you open the door in silence.
Well, that was interesting. Kalara, what the fuck are you doing?
I'm just looking for pieces, and I can't really find anything. I found a couple of pieces, and I found
Pieces
glue.
of what? Pieces of the desk? Because there's plenty of those.
I turn around, and I'm like kind of frantic. I've got glue stuck in one hand, and I've got glued pieces of glass from the mirror stuck to my other hand, and everything's just stuck to my hands, and I'm like, I'm having a problem, okay?
Let me help you. Give me your hands. And he's gonna carefully pick out the glass shards out of her hands, and then proceed to help her look calmly around for more of these shards.
First off, Silas, make me a sleight of hand check.
Oh, sleight of hand. My bad.
Uh-huh.
I move fast. And the dice say 6.
Okay. Yeah, you piece everything out. And now I want both of you to make me investigation or perception checks. With advantage, because you're both working together.
I'll take that.
Okay.
13. I should have gone with perception. I forgot that was an option. Shoot. All right.
Yeah.
Oh well. I'll take the 13. I already rolled.
Alright.
I'll take the 22.
Yeah.
I'll say
Please do.
I'll say combined, you're able to comfortably find the remaining shards of this mirror glass.
Fantastic.
There's only one tiny problem.
Mhm.
Silas, you weren't but so careful when you were picking the glass out of Kilara's hands. And as you go to pick up one thing, you find a piece of paper stuck to your hand. You rip it off. You go to reach for a piece of glass, it gets kind of stuck. And you go for something else, it gets stuck. It's kind of a pain in the ass.
Oh no.
Great. I got glue on my hands.
Kilara's
we're
gonna
just
look
gonna be a
over and
little
start
more-
giggling.
Oh, I bet you find this hilarious. As he then picks up more glass with his glue hand, but softly pressing to make sure he doesn't cut himself or anything now that he's got the sticky hand.
Sticky.
But yeah, it doesn't take long as you finish, the process. And you got the pieces together. You want to head back to meet with the rest?
Yeah.
And as you kind of come inside, you see that same gentleman sitting and chatting with Key and Belza. Key, Belza, this gentleman just comes walking in and sits and is just like, how was the interview?
Just kind of aside from Silas being weird, some weird telepathy thing, not bad.
Yes, quite.
As expected.
What about you? Yes. So I'm learning.
Like,
Oh,
but the
welcome
telepathy
back.
thing was very, like, questioning, like, I'm not 100% sure, but it seemed like it was like that.
It's for fun. Key, make me an insight check.
Do you want me to roll anything against this?
Oh no, this is for the dude, not you.
11.
He definitely has an air of confidence about him with what he says. But as you guys kind of arrive, he kind of just gives a stretch and is like, we'll be closing down soon for our lunch. Your interviews are completed. You can go see my sister up front, Vix, for return appointments.
Vox and Vix.
It wasn't my
Interesting
idea.
thing.
He kind of just gives a sigh. It's like, my mother was not the brightest bunch.
Like, I can picture Key just chuckling, going, it does sound like parents were kind of, a little lazy on their naming scheme. It is a nice little combination, though.
It is
Wouldn't
memorable.
happen. You wouldn't happen to have a couple of more siblings named Vex and Vax, would you?
No.
Oh, that'd be convenient, honestly.
Just deadpan staring into you.
By the way, hi. Name's Kilara. I don't believe we've met yet.
Vox.
Don't shake her hand. She has glue on them.
I look at you, kind of miffed that you gave it away.
He kind of just, as soon as you say that, he does a take down to your hand, pulls in his pocket for a handkerchief, and then just, like, calmly shakes your hand with the hand over it.
Damn.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
Starts cleaning my hands.
We'll probably be reaching out in the next few days for your practical examination. Until then, safe travels. And Vix will also be paying you for your time.
Hey, good news!
Please do not get arrested by the city watch on your way out. Have a pleasant day. As he's gonna make his way out.
Well, he buggered off quick, didn't he?
And just kind of busy man,
Very
probably.
matter of fact. Well, not much a fan, if I'm being honest.
He's a bit of a stiff, wasn't he?
I finish, he didn't take his handkerchief back, did he?
No, he left it with you.
Okay, cool. Does it have, like, if I'm done wiping off my hands, if I look, does it have, like, any sort of monogram or symbol or anything on it? Like, anything notable, or is it just, like, a blank single color handkerchief or something?
You see it has a stitched border.
Mm-hmm.
And you see that the corners have these extra emphasized V's. Like there's little filigree on the corners to kind of emphasize, like, yes, these are V's, not corners.
Gotcha. So, like, his name.
Yeah.
Vox. Yeah. Okay, cool.
DM, I'd like to make one note that I forgot.
Mm-hmm.
I have resistance to psychic damage.
Okay. All good.
I will add Vox's handkerchief to my inventory.
Well, with that, you guys are free to head out. Would you like me to drag y'all's proverbial butts back to the lobby?
We'd probably be traveling together, so yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. Behold, the big ass map from Chesapeake. Again, thank you, Chesapeake. There's an extra little advertisement as I drag their butts back down to the front. Don't mind me, it'll be over quick as we're back.
Oh god, we're back.
As you kind of make your way back up front, and you see Vix kind of leaning against the little concierge desk, kind of half asleep. And Lita just sees you guys like, oh, hi, welcome back.
Do you ever feel
Hello?
like when you come back to the front, do you get like whiplash? I feel like we traveled super fast over here.
Like, I don't even know. Time's weird here.
It is.
Last I was doing, I was dreaming about, going around and visiting a shop and finding a really nice dude and having a drink. And the next thing I know, I hear you guys kind of scuttling up. It's like, oh, it's just y'all.
Just us.
Hey,
That's interesting.
yeah.
So,
I think we finished our interviews, yeah?
Yeah.
oh, yeah. Yeah, Vox told me that you all would be coming back. I can schedule all's return appointments if you'd like.
Sure.
Very well.
Sounds good.
And you guys can comfortably kind of just take a moment. She'll schedule it for about 3 days' time. And then she'll also pull out one little pouch of gold, and it's actually about 100 gold pieces, so 25 a pop.
Oh, you know.
Kind of enough
Well,
to
it'll cover
give you kind of
room and
standard
board.
living arrangements for a little bit.
Okay.
And she'll also mention, obviously, opportunities for more payment as after practicals.
All right.
Well, with that, you guys are free to head back. Are you heading back to the Spigot, or any particular stops?
Probably just straight to Spigot.
Straight to Spigot
Mhm.
it is. As you guys return, no harm, no foul. Seeing Lexa hasn't really moved, but so far, she seems to be just sitting and chatting up with various people. And sees you all, is just like, okay, let me guess. Points to Silas, you were a dick. Kilara, did you? Nah, you were probably fine. Belza, you're the one that broke something, right?
Surprisingly, no.
Damn it.
She was very good during her interview.
So proud
Kilara,
of
on the
you.
other hand,
Oh,
has quite some, what's the word?
I look
Needs
at
to get a
you.
better.
Uh-huh.
Needs
ahead.
to adjust her temperament, and in your head you hear temper.
It would have been fine if maybe I'd had the bird. But I got you.
It's not my fault they assigned me to you.
Kilara,
Mhm.
roll me one more insight check just for shits.
Insight check. 10.
Silas, roll me deception.
Oh, please roll low.
Kind
Nope,
of what
still
I'm hoping
swarmy
for,
dick.
not gonna lie. Yeah,
High enough.
no. It's still just that level of just like, that business was stupid anyway for doing that. Bunch of dumbasses.
Silas gets a smile.
But, Kilar, as agreed, you'll see after a little bit, Nixie will kind of come over and hand you one of the mugs with the little, kicky legs.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Oh,
full
great.
of beer.
Oh, great goddess of booze. Thank you. Oh, I've missed you.
I take a drink like it's like I've been walking through the desert for years without a drink, just revel in it.
Yeah. You'll see Nixie kind of just look over to Lex being like, you are paying for that, right? And Lex is like, that's why I've been here all day performing for you. Right? Just kind of goes back to business. But with
Well.
that,
Mhm.
that is pretty much the end of our prologues for right now.
Ooh.
Actually,
So-
there is one more thing.
Yes.
Not with you all.
Uh-oh.
More for a
Mhm.
cinematic bonus bit. You guys enjoy your evening. Nothing goes without harm or foul, but back at the business, in the dark, with those cool glows of purple and green, Vox is sitting at a desk. And you just hear, in our cinematic version of things, "Are you sure you want them? You could have plenty of others, you know." Stupid. Fine. They'll be back for practicals in a few days. Send them on the first mission. Hopefully they don't come back in body bags. Hey, now we're done.
Yeah,
Woo!
you're
Woo!
expendable.
Shut up.
Foreshadowing.
Foreshadowing!
I love it.
But that is it for our session. We are done for right now. How are we
Wow!
feeling?
Pretty good.
I
Good.
think we have a little bit in us to do at least one, maybe a Q&A.
Absolutely.
Fuck
I was gonna
yeah.
say, we finished. This is actually part of our experiments. I know last session ended super ass long. Like,
Yeah.
we went almost
6
6
hours.
hours. So I wanted to make sure, the goal, by the way, for future D&D streams is we don't want them to go any longer than 4. That's like our cap, and that includes talking, advertising, business, the game itself, 4 hours. That's it for everybody's sanity.
Mhm.
So yeah, we got plenty of time to just hang out and chat, answer questions. Can be for the DM, can be for the players, can be whatever the frig you want. Speaking of which, I got the first one right here from Twilight Kid. The one that mentioned the idea about giving NPCs or players disadvantage. They gave a very interesting one. For 100,000 points, to insert a character as a short cameo. I think that's a possibility. In
Yeah.
fact, I will go ahead and say, and I'll talk a little bit more about that maybe near the end, there's actually something in the works to give you guys a chance to play with us
Mhm.
down the line. Again, not right now, but something to look forward to. But we'll make sure to talk about that before we sign off for tonight.
Mhm.
Any other questions? Don't be
Yeah.
shy. Same with Luna on your end. If there's questions, feel free to share them this way.
Yep.
As I'm gonna get
So
straight
I'd
up
like
in water.
to, before any questions crawl in, I do want to do a shameless plug of our artists. All the tokens, all the PNGtubers, everything was made by Miss May Luna.
Hello.
Abso-freaking-lutely. In fact, to give a fun bit of example context as I expand this whole section right here, for those of you on Twitch, every token, every PNG was all made by Luna. And actually, Luna, correct my brain dead self, did you also do this whole tavern, or did you,
I pieced
like, how did you
together.
do this?
I pieced this one together with assets. There's only one map that I've ever done by hand, and that was an entire keep, and that was a screaming nightmare.
Mhm.
But again, to give credit and love where love is due, Luna does a lot of work to help us with our art stuff, and we appreciate her so very much.
Absolutely.
Every token you see in here is hand done by me because I hate myself.
Yes.
And do you currently have open commissions, or what's that look like?
They'll open up once the current backlog is finished because I have one person who has waited over. At this point, because of this project, they have waited over a month for 9 tokens in their roster. Literally,
Mhm.
9 tokens for one character. Fucking crazy.
Mhm.
Love you,
Ooh.
dude. You're nuts.
But yeah, she is. But seriously, Luna makes amazing work. If you're interested, feel free to reach out to her. A reminder for my players, on Twitch, we are working on making some about banners below, in the about section, and we're
Yep.
gonna make sure that some of those abouts is literally about our players and including anything that they are also working on. We will make sure that Luna's information is put there. You have easy access to it if you wish to reach out and talk to her.
Woo!
Which actually, I guess while waiting for any other questions, I'll go and talk about my end as well. I run D&D games full-time at the moment. To be precise, to give some examples, I run games technically, oh, this is the fun part in my head. Wednesdays once a month for an in-person group, and then Friday through Sunday, every day, running Golden Vault, Waterdeep Dragon Heist / Dungeon of the Mad Mage, and Shattered Obelisk. If you are interested in joining any of those games, you most certainly can. If you actually scroll down to look at the area for About Terrace Altar, you will find a link to my Start Playing account, where I run those games every weekend. With a bonus plug to also say, hey, do you not have a day that you're available for, but you really like what I say and do and want me to run a game for you privately? Guess what? I also do private games. You can follow that same link, reach out to me, we will talk, and we will make the magic happen. But with that, ooh, I got an update. I had the cutest little baby burb, Heartbeat hatchling sisters. Heartbeat subspecies, one without arms. One baby is a bard that loves to sing or trill and make bird noises. Oh, so cute! And the other is a rogue. Actually, to give a little bit of context, because I always like to give these fourth wall moments after the session, the Kenku that did the interviews and followed them around is actually one of my characters that I've played. Their name is Copyright, and they are literally a Kenku bard, who most of their things that they copy are stolen songs.
We love
That's
it.
why, besides the few random things, it included a lot of, insert music pieces. He is a precious little ball of sunshine.
Oh, the cockatoo for the rogue? I fucking love
Yes!
cockatoo.
Love it.
Cockatoo's good.
Yeah. Do you want us to do plugs for ourselves at the end, or do you want us to do them here while we're still waiting for anything, collecting questions and any feedback? By the way, I was just saying, by the way, you don't only have to ask questions. You can give any feedback you want.
Yeah.
We will reply to it as best we can.
Totally. Which leads to, I was gonna say, at this point, I'd say we can do the promos in between us seeing if anybody wants to give feedback, thoughts, questions, etc. So, by all means, MJ, rock and roll.
Sure. I have a Twitch page you can find. I don't have that up at the moment. Give me 1 second to pull that.
1,000.
Oh no, you've put me on the pace and it's loading. It's
4,
loading. I swear it's
1,000.
loading.
I'm kidding.
All right.
I'm kidding.
Anyway,
For those,
Figured run failed.
for those on my page, you can actually reach MJ's Twitch really easy. They do have a button below. Click it, follow.
yeah. So there, I've dropped it in chat. I cannot drop it in chat in Kick. Kick seems to kind of kick back. So
But yes, there's a super convenient button on
I hate it.
thank you. So if you follow that link, you can find my Twitch. Through that Twitch, it's been a little while since I've streamed, but I'm trying to get back into it, trying to fix my setup and get a little better updated. I was talking about this earlier. New mic setup, new probably webcam, things like that. Headphones in the eventual future, stuff like that. When I do, I will be regularly streaming, variety streaming like I used to. But regardless, you can find me there. I have my socials linked: Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, etc., etc. Feel free, give me a follow. And otherwise, you can always just find me here. We do this on Mondays, every other Monday.
Which leads to the next bit. Speaking of, I got one comment from Tulikid asking the idea of sending pixel art of their Burby babies. I did this last week, and I'm gonna do it again this week because we're still kind of in the slow production phase of getting the Discord up and running. It was good for a while, and now my brain, as we're doing Twitch, is I can think of 27 things I need to update. But for right now, bibbity bobbity boo. There is a link to the Discord that just popped into our chat. If you would like to join that, you're more than welcome to. That is the best way to get to chat with us. Also, gosh, making the words is hard sometimes. If you're interested in start playing, you'll find all my information there. We will go ahead and also, my brain having the thoughts of add-ons, also go ahead and take time to add in links for Luna's stuff and everything through there as well. Same with you, MJ.
Yay!
That way we can make sure that everybody kind of has the opportunity to get what they need. But that is an option. If you would like to join that Discord, follow that link below. Look, words sometimes are just an ass. Especially as the DM, and I'm supposed to try to narrate shit. You have no idea how many times I will get on a thought. I'm like, I know exactly what to say here. And the mouth opens and it's gone. And then I
This
cry on the
dialogue.
inside.
Welcome to the show. Sorry that you missed the D&D segment, but we are now in the Q&A.
Yeah.
So if you have any questions you want to ask to not only the players but the characters.
That is a good point. If you have character questions, go ahead and do that as well. Think of this almost like interview part 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Electric Boogaloo!
Electric
feel free.
Boogaloo!
I'll even try if you ask. Maybe we could even try to answer in character voice. Ooh.
Hell yeah!
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Possibilities.
So many.
But,
We got about 22 minutes left.
yeah, absolutely.
Give or take.
But for real, it doesn't have to be only questions. You guys are conversing with us in chat and leaving comments. You're welcome to leave comments. You're welcome to leave feedback. You're welcome to leave anything and everything, as long as it's not anything terribly awful that will obviously get you banned from the channel. Just be kind.
Don't make it
to
weird.
us and yeah, don't make it weird. Be cool. But yeah, give us feedback, ask us questions. You are welcome to do so. Otherwise, just remember, you can always hit that follow button and check us out. I think we're going to be streaming bi-weekly is the plan, but we plan to, in between sessions, I believe we're going to be doing a little bit of variety gaming and maybe some like conversation streams, some just chatting, maybe.
You are absolutely right. Let's go ahead and talk about that for a second, actually.
Yeah.
But speaking of follows, thank you for the follow.
Yes.
Meether77, especially, yes. But let's talk about that. The D&D streams will be happening every other Monday, starting from today. So, pardon me while I check the magical calendar of magic. The next D&D day... Oh, look at that! No longer dice screen, big-ass numbers in a calendar. The next stream day will be Monday the 27th for D&D. But we will also be doing other streams on every other Monday and perhaps another day of the week. We have to put our heads together and figure out what day. To give some context, we've done a lot of Monster Prom. So if you like that madness, that's one option. We also have Baldur's Gate 3. We might tinker with that. Personally, I am a crazy person for Jackbox Party Pack games.
Yeah.
Maybe even having the chat join in to do some games of that.
Yes, please.
We'll try to keep a good variety, just for shenaniganry purposes.
Phasmophobia.
Phasmo!
Yeah.
Well, that's only a 4-player thing, but still doable.
Yeah.
Same with Phasmo. Like, literally, and that's the other thing. In the event we all can't join in on a stream, there still might be some streams where I'll be like, me and a couple others or whatever, and we'll just hang out and we'll do silly shit. Who knows?
I know one thing that could be a possibility for, like, if it's just, 2 people available and both players have it, Ship of Fools.
Oh, you know I got the boat game. I love the boat game.
And Sea of Thieves will be bringing out their new mode here soon, so that'll be wonderful with Safer Seas.
Yes, that'll be happening in December some point.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. I don't have Sea of Thieves, but you guys asked me to get a game recently, and I said I got it, and I don't remember what that game is, so I'm going to try and look that up real quick. So maybe we'll do that mystery game.
Mystery game!
I mean, there's been a few that we've have made mention of, like, a possibility for on-stream variety multiplayer shenanigans.
Oh, another thing that we mentioned that we might be doing, we've made some mentions of doing some, like, one-shots and little games that aren't necessarily campaign direct, although some of them may have our characters. But we might be doing some other stuff that won't be specific to the campaign, might be separate, but other D&D things, other TTRPG things.
Absolutely. To give some fun examples, actually on the server a couple weeks ago, we did a test run of a tragic horror RPG known as 10 Candles. Literally an end-of-the-world one-shot campaign. But we've also are looking into other third-party RPGs and resources for just some fun things that we can do in between. The idea is we want this to be an opportunity to, one, advertise and support ourselves, but also to be able to support and show off other really awesome TTRPG materials and such. So, yeah, stay tuned.
Absolutely.
Other craziness to come. Boy. Also, I'm sorry, Twilight, about your keyboard. Sad days.
Rip.
Makes you
You
feel any better.
know-
My mouse has started to be a bitch.
Same.
Raft.
Raft.
Yeah, Raft. Raft
was
was
the game.
word.
I can make a big
think
enough
you
raft
had-
for
It's
5.
okay. I'm just as lost in the context as well.
Raft is a game where
actually-
you're stuck in the ocean with so many squares of like a flat raft, and you have to build it up into a magnificent either home or ship or whatever the fuck you make.
Yes.
And you go from
That was the
island to
game.
island,
Doing
collecting
the story bits.
doing story shit.
So
collecting
you're
bits.
saying I can make a literal pile of garbage.
And it'll float.
Yes.
Yeah, the reason why it's like make a boat first is because when you start up Raft on the word go, you're stuck on a 3x3 piece of shit raft.
Oh, not even 2x2.
Oh, right, it's
and-
2x2.
God forbid you have 5
It's a
people in the
plank.
on the same raft. You're going to want to kill each other.
If it's that small,
Yeah.
yes.
There's a reason.
Murder.
There's a reason I pre-build before we even start. It is a mercy. Because otherwise we're going to start bickering.
Yeah.
I mean,
Very much.
honestly,
I mean, that's
for like a
entertainment in its own
four-player,
right.
yeah, but like honestly, for a 4-player thing, like not instead of going like the full ship thing,
Mhm.
maybe make it like 5x5 piece of shit raft first, and then like we collectively go from that to the actual boat.
Mhm.
With my building,
That'd be nice.
you guys will be driven crazy within day 2.
Yeah, that's... Knowing Luna, that is valid.
Again,
Well, hence the like, start off with like a 5x5 raft, and then just be like, okay,
no, you don't
like
understand.
ahead of time, where do we want to place certain things, and then just kind of collectively work towards that.
I don't fuck around. I make enormous ships.
To give some context, on the one hand, it's really nice for Luna when it comes to her artistic impulses and drives. But on the other hand, we've had moments where it's like we started the game, and then it's like, cool, we're gonna continue playing it the next day. Come back the next day. It's been fully 100% developed. There's systems for everything. And it's just like, what did you do?
I was left unattended. You should know by now not to leave me unattended. They've learned this recently in V Rising.
That actually reminds me of old server. I think when I started learning about how roles work, your role was literally unattended.
Yes,
Yes.
Oh, God.
unattended problem child.
So
Yes.
anyway, we'll be playing a lot of games and we'll be chaotically playing them. So I hope that you guys have fun watching us.
Yes.
Yee.
Any more questions, concerns, questions for the characters?
Yes.
Speak now or forever hold it. Until next stream.
Fuck
Until
yeah.
next week.
Mm-hmm.
Because we love interacting
Ugh.
with you guys at the end of these breaks.
Yes, and I just want to give another shout out, thank you to everybody who did tune in for the stream. I know a few personal friends in the viewers currently. You don't have to say anything. I appreciate you guys being here. Thank you so much. You rock.
I saw that follow,
Yeah.
motherfucker. You're a rock star.
Yeah.
Yeah, you.
But I
You with the
think
28 out of 50 follows, people.
Yep.
we are
Getting
getting there.
closer.
Yes. If we get there, you get to see fun things like Silas
You
in a dress.
I love how that's the biggest.
That's our selling
biggest
point,
po-
yo.
You can airdrop fuckery, like you can screw us over, or you can airdrop items. You can give us advantage, disadvantage. What are you gonna do?
Or give us dresses.
Um, So a fun question has come up, and this is sadly one of those. The struggle's going to be real. Let me see if I can make this magic work.
Coconut macaroons. I forgot about these.
Am I back?
Oh no!
Shit.
I'm trying to find the picture.
Okay.
I'm looking. I don't see
Alright.
it.
It's
No!
in chat.
Oh, never
General.
mind. I found it. I'm blind. Alright. This is where I'm gonna have to do a chaos, so bear with me. Everybody hold your breath. Hopefully this works. It kind of worked. Behold. The question being, how would your characters individually react to the two babies? These being the babies. Look at them. They so good.
Oh no, it's so small on my screen. Hold on. Which channel is that in?
Chat.
I literally have it on the stream, but also if you look in chats, scroll up a little bit.
Okay.
The Twilight
Beautiful.
Kid put it as babies.
Aw, they're so cute.
I'm pretty sure Key would just be like, look at him, and like trying to feed them and just like pamper them.
I think Kilara would be terrified of breaking them as well, and would be very delicate and be like,
I'm just not going to. I'm just going to leave this in your hands
and like hand them off to somebody else in the party. Like, they don't want to break a nice thing. They've broken a lot of
Oh.
things already.
I mean, look at that office.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yes,
Kilara's
the
a
office.
whirlwind.
Yeah. But also, knowing that she would probably break them, would instead just kind of lay down on the floor and just spend time with them. Just let them, like,
Aw.
explore, because she doesn't want to hurt them, but she wants to spend time, like, they're so cute! Look at how fluffy they are!
Super fluff.
Silas' reaction. He would look at them. He'd say, neat. Study them to understand them. And then proceed to be like, those are nice. They can stay.
And as for Lexa, it would probably be a mix between the two characters, because I remember, like, my brain's gone off of memory here, so bear with me. Heron would be the bard, and then I remember Cockatoo was a rogue. For Heron, there'd probably be some mutual enjoyment, as perhaps them even doing a couple of duets or something. Very, sweet, cutesy. But then probably equally, as things are going on with Cockatoo, walking around, probably causing some form of shenaniganry, because rogues. There's probably some level of motherly stink eye of just being like, don't you fucking dare.
They're back, folks.
Don't you do it.
My dinner's probably getting cold by now.
By all means, go get your food. Go get food. Or actually, let's see, let's read this last little bit. Heron would be extremely sweet, curious, constantly seeing nice stuffs. Much burp noises. Yeah,
Much burp.
I could see that. All the burp. I do think this is
Beautiful
probably
burp.
a good time for us to close shop for the night.
Yeah.
I will say before we do that, one last thank you, because we had one more follower show up in between, or just to repeat it. Thank you to Mathira77 for following. That's what got us up to magical number 28.
Yep.
Besides that, looking forward to doing more streams. Friendly final reminders. For right now, if you wish to support the channel, best way to support the channel, besides giving a follow to help us get closer to affiliate, support each other. Support the other players. You can find all the information for how to support us down below. If not down below in the Discord, the link that was put up above. And oh boy, we just got to 29. I'll have to read that in a second.
Woo!
Buttons. Oh boy. Thank you to Raw 4986.
Thank you.
But yeah, we will be doing more stuff in the not too distant future, so keep your ear to the ground, enjoy it. But until next time, everybody, thank you for watching, thank you for your time. It has been a pleasure and a delight. Be good, do good, lots of love, and we will see you all next time.
Bye-bye!
Bye-bye.
Love you. Bye.
Cheers, everybody.